Well, good morning, everyone. Here I am back. Got another ration. Got this zombie Z-RATION from ALLMRE'S.com. This happened to be a create your own. There were no contents or anything listed on it because it's a create your own. And I tried writing on there, but you can see that just wore right on off. I don't remember when it was I purchased this. This menu, or as you were, a lot of the items in here might not be currently available. Because I bought this back in, oh goodness, when did I get this? 2018 or 19 perhaps. And probably 2019 picked this up. And it's just been lying around. I haven't done anything with it. And I reckon it's about time to do a review on this. And I got this cheap Chinese reproduction mess kit. Just got it. Going to use that today to deploy this. And let's we'll get this opened and I'll get it laid out. It's a 24-hour breakfast, dinner, and supper. And this particular one, you get to pick everything. You get to pick everything that you want, and I highly recommend that you go to ALLMRE'S and try that. They've got it, the create your own, in 3 different types. You got the red zombie ration. They've got the gold prospector motherload bag, which has an awesome all-day breakfast menu. And then they got the brown bags where they're just a single day's meal. I think he gives you like 2 mains in it, and but it's a single day. And at the very least, far better than any other commercial MRE that I've ever seen. And I'm definitely going to address that particular subject today, because since I don't have any sponsors and I'm not a fully licensed, or whatever you call it, bona fide reviewer, I can say whatever I want, and I'm going to, about a particular company, and I don't really care. All right, everybody? Because I want you to know the experience that I had, so that you don't think that you're going to get something that you're not going to get. So, with that being said, stay tuned. I'll get my, we'll get this all opened up and laid out, and we'll go through each item, and then I'll get breakfast set up. All right. Be right back. All right. So there it is. Front. Nice, thick, resealable, heavy-duty Mylar bag. I'm doing it inside today, not out and about camping or anything, or playing around in the woods. I'm going to do this inside, so it's a little uncomfortable, so bear with me, all right? Let's get this thing open. This is a lot of Italian components in here. I'll just say that, and that's because, you know, I like that. And it's no coincidence that I'm dressed the way I am today. I just happened to throw this on, not because the bag's red either, or because of that whole Tony Soprano thing. That's just the way it is, okay? So, first off, we got some Garditos. He calls this a pub mix, and I like this stuff. So we got those. Let's see what we got next. MRE toilet paper. You can use this for all kinds of stuff. I'm going to set that aside because I'm going to use it. This is cool. We got some organic Mama Chia Seed Your Soul Chia Squeeze. Vitality Snack, wild raspberry, no added sugar, 1,200 milligrams of omega-3s, good source of fiber. Wow. Mama Chia is a number one for the planet member because we love Mama Earth and her people. Well, that's good to know. Thanks. The ingredients are right there if you can read them. I'm not going to go all into it. 70 calories, 3.5 ounces. I wonder what the date code is here. If there's one. Oh, yeah, let me see. Get some sun going on. This looks like 2021. All right. Well, that must have been when I bought this. Enjoy within 24 hours after opening. We're going to have that for breakfast. I'll put that right here. Let's see what else we got. Chocolate First Strike Energy Bar. You can't go wrong with those. Love these things. Got 3 beverages. We got some fruit punch. I like fruit punch. Got mocha cappuccino instant powder. We'll definitely have that for breakfast. And I got a type 2 vanilla dairy shake. Let's see. Wow. The ingredients in this. Well, almost longer than the container. 14 grams, 14% fat, 40% saturated fat. How much protein? You got 0 fiber. Yeah, all right. Doesn't matter. These things aren't supposed to. Yes, here we go. Got a nice, big, thick, fat beef ravioli. And the date code on this is, goodness, I don't even know if I know how to read it. I can't really tell, but there it is, if anybody can see that. Next, we've got some spaghetti and meatballs. And this, can't really tell the date code on that, but I'll show it to you if you can see it. Zoom in or whatnot. Got some dried fruit mix. I like this stuff. We've got some looks like some double chocolate granola cereal. And I'll hold that up so you can see if you want to see what's in it. This ought to be interesting. Whole grains, brown rice, canola oil, chocolate chunks, oat bran, molasses. Probably be for breakfast. Accessory kit, pretty standard with all MREs. This is how he does them. You get the napkin, salt and pepper and all that, and we'll get into it. Applesauce pound cake. This thing feels like it got busted up pretty good. I've had this MRE for a long time. I've carried it around, tried to eat it, never did. So that's probably in good shape. It's just probably crumbled up. That's all right. Cream cheese icing. Was going to use it with that. Some jalapeno cheese spread. Italian breadsticks. Got to have that with the whole Italian thing going on. chocolate chunk oatmeal cookie. What's cool about these things, if you were in a pinch and you didn't want to eat it as a cookie, you can crush this thing up and you can add a little bit of water or milk to it, and you got like a chocolate chunk oatmeal kind of cereal. Yeah, you can do that with these. I've done it. Got a whole bunch of random items in here. Looks like I got some water purification tablets. That's interesting. Good moist towelette. Some clear fruit punch. Looking like it might be, I don't know, it might have seen its better day. Got two really good beef sticks here. Slim Jims. That whole Italian thing, gotta have that. This is something I think is cool. We got a crush soda beverage. Now, when I get to my lunch portion, I'm going to actually get some sparkling water, and I'm going to make this as an actual soda. So, we'll do that later. He gave me two bottles of Tabasco. And the guy at ALLMRE'S, Jeff, and this is because I asked him, and I paid for it, but he did hook me up. I asked him to throw that in. I put it in my notes when I was filling everything out for this. And he's usually very, 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 very good at hooking you up if you ask nicely. And if he doesn't have it and he can't do it, he'll let you know. I got 4 boiled sweets. 2 lemon, 2 cherry, and I'll probably mix this with that fruit punch. I'll boil these down in some water and throw that fruit punch in with it and try to make it extra. Why not? Got some salt and pepper. I like these oxygen absorbers. 3 toothpicks, 1 for each meal. And last but not least, looks like, got a piece of Orifo chewing gum from a foreign MRE. That's interesting. Well, all right. There that all is, kids. I'll get my breakfast laid out. And stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right. I'm back. So there's breakfast. Got our mocha cappuccino, First Strike energy bar, my granola, double chocolate cereal, vanilla protein shake, and I'm going to mix that with that. Accessory kit, rigger knife, and my new favorite coffee cup. There it is. We're going to get this opened up, and we'll get everything... yeah, you know the lingo. Oops, sorry. All right, let's get this accessory kit opened up. MRE spoon. Some Smarties. We'll save that for later. Some Deep Rich. Put that in a cup. We'll use our MRE Star napkin. I'm going to use the non-dairy creamer. Nah, we'll save that for later. Sugar. I already got 1 toothpick. We'll save that one for later too. Some crushed red pepper. Nah, I don't think so. Not for this. Later. And salt and pepper. Later. All right. It's a date code on this. On that. Looks like it's the 53rd day of 2021. So apparently I purchased this in 2021. All right. Sterling Food Company. These chocolate ones are good. You can't go wrong with any of these First Strike bars. Even the cranberry ones are good. That one's a little hard, but it's still fresh. And it's still good. Suppose I should get some coffee going. Got to warm up some water. I'm going to mix my deep rich. It's not the best coffee. Bill's Brew's good. What they ought to be putting in all these is Death Wish. The freeze-dried Death Wish packages. Best instant freeze-dried coffee on the market. I don't like drinking any other coffee than Death Wish. I can't now. I like the taste of that stuff so much, I just forget about it, all right? So we got Deep Rich. I'm going to mix the creamer and the sugar all in with this mocha cappuccino. And when I did this the other day with Germs' MRE, it came out tasting pretty good, so we'll see how this works. I'm pretty sure it'll be good. So I'm gonna go get some hot water for that, and I'll be right back. All right. All right, I'm back. Let's get this coffee opened. Now, when I was talking about earlier, particular MRE company that when I purchased from when I first started getting into this, I was actually just looking for some good MREs, and this was back in probably 2017 or 16, something like that, whatnot. And I didn't even know you could buy military ones yet. The only ones I was seeing were the civilian. And the company was XMRE. And I kept seeing them, and I kept seeing them, and I kept seeing them. And I thought, all right, I'll give it a try. And I bought 2 cases of their regular, just single meals. What are they? The 1300s, maybe. Think so. And I bought 2 cases, and I didn't open them. They sat around for a while. I went on to tried other things. And then when I saw that they had some 24-hour, they had the 2400 calorie, and then they had a 3200 calorie or a 3100. Both 24 hours, it's just obvious that the 31 or the 32, I don't have the exact number, had more items because it was more calories. And when I finally got around to opening up one of the cases, the regular 1300 case, now, I want to tell you, first of all, none of them came with spoons, and they didn't have coffee. All right, so what? They don't have a spoon. Well, how are you going to eat it? I didn't know I was going to have to bring my own spoon. You know what I mean? You wouldn't know that unless you opened it up and you're out in the field. What if you went camping one day and you assume, you see what I'm saying? So, and the other thing, the 1300 case, I think, had something like, I don't know. I don't think they had 12 meals. I think it was more like 10 maybe. But the 1200s, or as you were, the 24-hour meals only had 6 per case. Because you get the math, how they break that down. just in those single entrees for one meal, I did not see any of those good on. I never saw no ravioli, no spaghetti, no chili, none of that. I'm going to tell you what I got. What I got, both cases contained nothing but creamy spinach fettuccine, because everybody loves that one. That's everybody's favorite, and they don't even make it anymore. So go figure. What else? And everybody else's favorite, lemon pepper tuna. And then the third one was, oh my goodness, it was nasty. What was it? Gosh, I can't remember. But it was those two. I think it was vegetable crumbles, whatever that is. Come on, right? Now, I saw on a comment on somebody's review, I think Me Ancient, guy, check him out, former Marine, Beirut Marine, tells all kinds of good stories, does awesome reviews, good comparisons. He knows his stuff. His kid, I'm assuming, films them, and they're just, I love it. I love his channel. Somebody, he was doing a creamy spinach fettuccine review, and he did a lemon pepper tuna, and he didn't like it. He thought that was the worst MRE he'd ever had. And he said so. And you could tell as he was doing it that he wasn't pleased. And this guy tries everything and likes everything. So someone had commented on, and this isn't me, and he didn't say this was a comment. Someone said, it must have been a vegan who designed that. Now, I'm not busting no vegans' balls over here, but come on, man. You're out in the field. You don't want that stuff. You want stuff that is going to be morale boosting. Worry about your health and how good the meal is when you get back home to your own thing. Don't be pushing your stuff onto us. We like this all stuff that ain't good for, especially out there. Now, that being said, that was my experience with XMRE. And then I was halfway disgusted with that because buying them two cases wasn't cheap, and the 24-hour meals were even more expensive. So when I opened those up, guess what? Same thing. 3 meals. And I'm getting stuff like dried cranberries. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that, but come on, man. What else? Just, anyway, that was all. I never, ever bought another thing from them. And I reached out to them. I sent them emails, respectful ones. I didn't, wasn't rude or anything. And I even got on the phone and tried to get a hold of who the manager was, or who the person that was responsible for, And another thing I don't like about them is you don't know what you're getting. And everything that I'd seen on YouTube videos, when I opened my stuff up, it didn't look nothing like that. Now, I know these companies reserve the right to alter and change and update but that's some false advertising. And I don't care what you say. You're leading people on to believe that they're going to get something, and they don't. So that's all it took for me to be done with them. And there's a point I'm going to make about this. Now, maybe some of you reviewers who, you're sponsored and you get commissions and whatnot, you know darn well, and I know darn well, that they're going to send you all the good stuff because you're going to do this and they want their name out there to be good. Well, that was none of my experience, and I'm done with them. So that being said, here's the onion. You want a good case of MREs. You want to know what you're going to get. You want to see what you're going to get. You want to know that everything you're getting is going to be just what you think you're getting. Go and buy a case of all MREs. 10 meals, 24-hour, 10 24-hour meals, all the ingredients listed right on there. And if there's certain menus you don't like, I'm sure that the guy there will let you get a couple of duplicates. If he can do it, he's limited now because there's a shortage in a lot of this stuff because our country's at war. And so, yeah, anyway, done with the rant. So I warned you, and I told you so. All right. Oh, I don't even know if that might have... Oh, no, it's still good. Still good. I'll do just what I did before. Dump it right in there. And what I'm going to do is even put a little bit of water in it so I can get all the rest of that on out of there. I'll set it. I'll set it right here in the mess kit. Get that sugar. Whenever I get one of those MRE coffees in the beverage bag, I always mix these. Whenever I get one of those, I always mix the actual coffee they give me right in with it, because this stuff has a tendency to be a little bit too sweet. I'm not a fan of flavored coffee. I like mine dark with just a little bit of sugar so that it doesn't have that bitterness. Just a little bit of sugar, not a whole lot. But when I drank mine the other day, how I hooked it up, I kind of liked it. So I'm sure this will be good too. Now, got 12 ounces of hot water, my 12-ounce jar. Let's see if I can do this without burning myself, spilling it all over me. Put that in there. A little bit more. Get the leftover of my Bill's brew in there. So yeah, stay away from XMRE unless you're a bona fide reviewer and you know that they're going to hook you up. But if you were just an average Joe like me, you're not going to get what you think you're going to get, and you'd be better off giving your money to Jeff over there at ALLMRE'S. And like I said, man, you talk to him, he might, hook you up. He does the best that he can as far as what he has in stock, and you know what you're going to get. And as far as all that vegan stuff goes, then buy a case of halal if you're worried about that, And I understand, I'm not knocking anybody who's got dietary concerns or anything like that. I do, for crying out loud. So there you go. Okay, enough on that. Let's get back to the fun here. I'm going to let that set in there for a bit. We'll set it off to the side over here. Move germs out of the way. Take another bite of this. Got that whole chocolate mocha thing going on today. Let's see what this is. This is that granola. I don't know what company it is. It doesn't say. But it's got some pretty good stuff in it. Flaxseed. That's good for your digestion and fiber. Cocoa, sea salt. Looks like the only thing in there that I wouldn't want is the dextrose, but, you know, when you're out in the field, that's a good source of energy, and it's probably what keeps this stuff preserved, I would assume. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I can put that 2 and 2 together and come out with 10. Alright, let's see what this is. Remove that oxygen absorber, and I like those. I save them. Yeah, no gusseted bag. That's looking pretty good. Crunchy, not too sweet, so that's getting used with this as the milk, and that's just what we're going to do. And I got a little bit of water left over, so how should I do this? You know what? Forget about it. There it goes. What's the date code on this? All right, this is the wow, the 110th day of 2017. Wow, this one's a little old. Right in it's going. And you know what? This granola was kind of, you would think that it was super sweet. It wasn't. Ooh. So that's just going to be the right amount of, yep, it's still good. That's going to be just the right amount of sweetness, I think. Well, here goes nothing, kids. Oh yeah, perfect. Just enough water to cover it so that it doesn't get all runny. I like my oatmeal, muesli, my granola kind of thick. So shake that up. Oops. Probably going to let it sit for a minute. We'll just set that right there in the mess tray. This mess kit is a Chinese repro. And what I like about it, which is different than the other ones, the real military ones, is it's obvious. See how that just lays nice and flat, where the real ones they kind of do this. I like how that nice and flat. You got to give the Chinese that. All right. Back to this coffee. That's probably sat in there and done its thing. Let's open it up and try it. There you go, germs. Reconstituted and mixed up beautifully. Yes, it did. Did just fine up in there. Alright, get that over there with the rest of the trash. Let's try this. Yeah, the deep rich isn't the best, but it's coffee. Bill's Brew's better. That was pretty good. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Not too bad. All right. Let's see how this granola's doing. What this did. Let me open it up. Well, wicked runny. I added too much water. Oh well. Not a mas. Not a problem. That's all right. Put that over there with the other trash as well. All right. Another drink of coffee. Sticky. Got my fingers all sticky. Sticky fingers. All right. No wonder he calls his channel that. I totally get it. And he's got a great voice too, that guy. His voice is outstanding. Made for doing reviews. Well, let me get the camera on that. Well, there that is. Used far too much water. But that's all right, right? You can see the flax seeds in there. It's pretty good granola chunk still. Get a bite. It's not too bad. It's not the best, but it's all right. If I hadn't put too much water in it. That vanilla protein shake, though, that was a good way to deploy this. Was down there last year. Last winter. Not this winter. Last winter. I don't know if you can see that very well. St. Augustine, Florida. 100% corn whiskey. And this was, I like me some moonshine, man. Just forget about it. All of them. All the good tastes. Especially the blueberry. So far this morning, it's a nice morning up here in the Adirondack Mountains, upstate New York. Port Kent on the New York shore of Lake Champlain. Named after the French explorer Samuel D. Champlain. They fought some major Civil War battles right out here on this lake. Famous one, John Paul Jones, no kidding. Valcour Island, Google it. The British, they took literally a rope, big long net, and laid it in the water from the shore. I'm not sure if it was the shore of Vermont or the shore of New York. Yeah, it was from the shore of New York all the way out to Valcour Island. And they had one chance to get it right. And John Paul Jones said that he predicted that they would come not around the island on the Vermont side, but the British and the French, I think it was British, but anyway, I'd have to Google it, and I should probably look this stuff up before I quote it, but I know it. And if they would have went around the other side, they would have, the whole thing would have went, and it would have been done for, you know, for us. But they went exactly the route that he thought, and they pulled that net up, blocked them. You know what I'm trying to say. Like the cops when they throw the chain across the road and you run over it and it pops your tires, something like that. And it was when they used the USS Constitution, I believe, was involved in that, old Ironsides. And we won that war. There you go. That's a little bit of Lake Champlain history there. Got this whole chocolate thing going on. Well, everyone, that's about it. I can't think of anything else to say. It's of my opinion, stay away from XMRE. You're not going to get what you want. Most likely you'll be disappointed. Go out to some of these other companies like ALLMRE'S. It just has all kinds of outstanding stuff. Look on their website. They got everything. MRE Star is a good one. Another good company. You can get all kinds of good stuff with. Meal Kit Supply. They're awesome. You're never going to be disappointed with what they got. I don't think they do 24-hour, but they do low sodium / a halal, and they do regular meals. And you're guaranteed to get some good menus, the good menus that everybody else, the stuff you want. All right. Well, I'm done. Thank you for watching. I'll be back later today with the rest of this. Have a good day, kids. Bye. All right. It's lunchtime. Welcome back to the Z-RATION Zombie MRE from ALLMRE'S.com. This is my dinner portion, and I'm hungry, so let's just get everything laid out and get started. All right, everyone, welcome back. Going to get this lunch portion going. Now, earlier when I was opening these things up, I forgot that he did give me 2 flameless ration heaters with this MRE. But the bag was so full that these didn't fit in there. He had they came with the MRE in another, all together in one package. But these just couldn't fit in the bag. So I have them now. And these are the ones that came with it. So let's just get this going, huh? All right, first thing we'll do, we'll get this flameless ration heater going. This thing is unbelievable. I'm telling you. You gotta tear it right there. Beef ravioli. Looks like it's got, I don't know. I don't know how to read the date code on this. Actually, it looks like it's, no, I still can't tell. Anyway, no matter. Put this like that. And, well, let's just get it started. This right in there. Get all activated. Boy, when this thing takes off, it's gonna take off. Maybe not. Maybe it's not gonna work. Thirsty. We'll get the guard beaters open. Stuff never works the way you want it to. Try to make everything nice and pretty. Forget about that. Got the beef stick. Was gonna slice it up and mix it in with the ravioli. Still good. Oh, there it goes. Look at that. Look at that. Unfreaking believable. Chocolate chip cookie. With Tabasco, salt and pepper. Cute toothpick. I was gonna do my crush, but I forgot to go and pick up some sparkling soda, sparkling water, because I was going to mix this in with that and have an actual soft drink, pop, soda, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to wait till my supper to do this. So we're not going to do this for my dinner. So off to the side that goes. Piece of dog hair. Fresh gnat. But I am going to do this. That is hot, man. It's very, very, very hot. This requires what? Half a canteen. Carbohydrate, fruit punch, electrolyte. I'm telling you, man, all MREs, they got the absolute best flameless ration heaters I've ever seen. We'll put a little more in there. This stuff gets pretty sweet. I don't like my drinks that sweet. Like them a little bit watered down. There we go. That looks like that would be good. Getting all over the place. Whew. While that's doing its thing, I'll be right back. All right, so here's lunch. Got my Garditos right here. Still good and fresh. Wet nap, salt and pepper. Right there, we're going to put that on there, the green Tabasco. I cut up that beef stick, and like I said, this thing's been laying around for a while. It was kind of hardened, but we'll dump that on there, and we'll soften it up. Flameless ration heater's outstanding. Best that they make. So let me get that on the tray here. All right. Get some pepper on it. Warmed up nicely. Yeah, why not? Green, some verde. Get that right on that ravioli. You know, yeah, let's get it all on there. Doggone right. I've never done that before. Still fresh. Gardito. They're still fresh too. Boy, they got a lot in those little things. Packaging good too. Let's try this. Better be careful. Squeeze it all over myself. That's not the best thing in the world, but it's fiber. Not the best thing, but I'm going to do it. If I'd been out hiking or camping, this would have been something that I would have eaten in between my breakfast and my dinner. Put that right there. Now, I'm going to take my clear fruit punch, and I'm going to just put it right in there too. This also has got a little bit of moisture damage to it. I can clearly see it. So I'm just going to right in there like that. It was probably bad. Not even going to bother showing the camera. I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway. There. All goes the same place anyhow, right? Got to do that, don't we? MRE toilet paper. A little bit in there. Whoops. All right. Put my beef stick in there. See it on the bottom? That's good. If it wasn't, I would say so. And it's good with that verde. I would have never thought. I've always liked MRE ravioli anyway. Let's try that right there with some Gardita. That is very good. Pub mix isn't too bad. It's got some pretzels, some honey mustard with that pub mix would be really good. Nice and hearty. Look at that. I wonder if it's cheese. No, it's meat ravioli. That's good. Meat ravioli with meat sauce. Let's try this. My fruit punch. This was my carbohydrate electrolyte drink, fruit punch. Came in the bag. And I had a little 8-ounce clear fruit punch. I just mixed it all together. Keep the video, you know, moving and simple. And that tastes really, 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 really good. I used almost a full canteen cup there for that. Let me see if I can get one of these raviolis here so you can see it. See? See the beef in it? It's a beef ravioli. Very good too. There's another good MRE reviewer who does a lot of the Minotaur rations. He does everything, but he does a lot of Minotaur stuff, and he'll always do what he calls a megabyte. And you can imagine, he'll put everything. He'll get everything, and he'll get it on one big bite, and he'll eat it. And it's his copyright. That's his trademark thing. His name's Dub C. You got to check him out. Got my Smarties. Chocolate chunk cookie, oatmeal. What you can do with these, like I told you, you can totally break this thing up before you take it out of the package. Dump it in your kit. Maybe add your sugar if you don't use it in your coffee. Definitely your creamer if you don't use it in your coffee. And you mix that all up, man, with a little bit of water, and you've got yourself some chocolate chunk oatmeal. And I've done it, and it works. And I've done it with the oatmeal cookie, and it's cool if you've got like an oatmeal cookie and a shortbread cookie, and then you do it all together, and you've got yourself quite a porridge there. You know what I'm saying? So, take a couple more bites. I'm trying to keep my videos short, you guys. I'm sorry. These hour-long videos, I don't know. I don't expect anybody to sit down and for an hour and a half and watch me do an MRE, but you can if you want to. I should have read all the ingredients in the pub mix, but here, let's do a pan over. That. Yeah. Some good stuff there, huh? Look at that. Sometimes they just don't want you to get it. There. Better close-up view there. Like a piece of salted pumpernickel bread or something. Mini pretzels, the curled ones, straight ones. Not really sure what this is, but it's crunchy and good. Pan back. Thanks for being patient with my filming and camera stuff here. We'll be right back. All right. Tabasco. I'm going to save some of these Garditos here for my supper when I do the spaghetti. I'm going to mix the rest of them in with the spaghetti. that ravioli was outstanding. And, yeah. Let's try this cookie. One time out in the field, I took all my Smarties like this. Because you'd get these back in the 80s and 90s. They were all occasionally the candy in the accessory pack of those early dark brown bags of MREs. And I took them all one time, the whole pack, threw them in my canteen cup and dissolved them in with one of the beverages I had. I think I had maybe an orange or a lemon, and I wanted to make, you know, kind of like a fruit punch, like a fruit drink. And the guys were like, no way, man, ain't gonna work. Yeah, it did. They dissolved right up, just like, you know, just dissolved right up. Made my drink taste great. So there's another thing you can do. And you know what? Gosh, I didn't think that little tablet was going to splash up and hit me right in the face. Jeez, these things. But it did. Well, I want to thank everybody for staying in here with me for this lunch, dinner, as you were, portion of my video. Sorry they take too long. I wish I had better equipment. See how good this is. That one's pretty sturdy. Boy, that one that Germs gave me, man. Wow, I used it 3 times. And it's still, this one's already falling apart. And that one still didn't fall apart. See, look at that. Toast. So the wet nap he gave me, forget about it. Get another bite of that cookie. Actually, let me try this. Is it dissolving? Yeah. They're dissolving right up, man. No kidding. So it still works. Let me try that. Yes. And I can taste it. I can totally taste that. Take another bite of this cookie. Crushing that thing up. If I get another one and another MRE, I'm going to totally do that and show you. But yeah, you could totally crush that up. Mix a little bit of your sugar, probably the whole creamer pack to give it like a milk. And man, I'm telling you, you got a little bit of a porridge right there, you know. See, there's so many ways that you can get the absolute best out of these MREs, no matter how small or skimpy you think it may be. You just got to use your imagination, man. There's no limitations, okay? Well, for supper, it's going to be the spaghetti and meatballs, and I'll have a 16-ounce bottle of that sparkling water so that I can make an orange crush pop soda drink out of it, all right? Everyone, thank you very much. All MREs, check them out. Thank you for bearing with me. Appreciate the patience. I do this for fun, mostly to kind of catalog the stuff that I have. I'm not doing this for money. I don't have sponsors. I don't want none of that. I'm just kind of doing it so that I got something to look back on when I'm too old to do this. Maybe I'll never will be, but I just want to remember it. So thank you very much. And if you watch this and you like it, thank you. Go out and get some stuff and have a good time. We'll see yous later.